Hello there. It is Wednesday, my droids. Time for Comics with Katarn. How's it going, everybody? Laser Killer, Crimson 11, Scott the Sith, Art by Pale Horse. Hello there. Zach, Kyle Katarn. Oh wait, that's me. Haha. Din Beskar, Crandleberry Sadie, the Legend, Set Mayhem, and Zach. How's it going, everybody? Zach, happy birthday again. He turned 21 yesterday, folks. And now it's time to read some comics like a real man. Absolutely. We got 3 today. 3 good ones. Starting with Star Wars The High Republic number 15 by Coven Scott. The End of an Era. The End of the Starlight Beacon for sure. Some more beautiful Phil Noto cover art right here. Then we've got Eye of the Storm number 2 by Charles Soule. And then Star Wars 21 by Charles Soule. I'm really excited for both of those. Charles Soule is one of my favorite Star Wars comics writers. Always has been, really. Yes, everyone wish Zach a happy birthday. He deserves it. He's a stalwart pilot of Katarn Squadron. One of my good friends. Let's read some comics, shall we? These issues are all fantastic. Well, I'm very excited. I can't wait. I hope you guys are ready for some bad acting on my part. All right, let's do it. The High Republic, Jedi's End. Chapter 5, The Fall. Avar Kriss triumphant. The hero of Hetzal has successfully captured the woman she believes is the Eye of the Nile. But as the Jedi return Lorna D to Starlight Beacon, a terrible explosion tears through the gleaming space station. With communications down and the beacon drifting dangerously close to the planet Irem, the Marshal leads a rescue mission, leaving D in the hands of the Jedi archivist Orba Lynn on board the Ataraxia. But the stricken space station hides a terrible secret. The mysterious creature that nearly cost Tarek and Keeve Trennis their lives on Zaius now stalks Starlight's darkened corridors. Hell yes. Yeah, Avar Kriss really, she almost lost the plot. Capturing Lorna D really tapped into the dark side. It took everything she could to come back from the brink. And now it's going to be like Dead Space, Star Wars edition, on board the Starlight Beacon. With the Nameless. It's happening again. Just like on Zaius. The emptiness. The fear. The monsters here on Starlight. Chicka, 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 chicka. Feeding on us. Draining us. This time, there's only one difference. Before, there was one of them. Now they are legion. Before, they fed only on Tarek. Now they're feeding on us all. Feeding on Avar. On Nurin. This artwork is incredible, you guys. Look at how colorful this is. Ah, I love it. The anguish on Avar's face. This is intense. Feeding on Avar. On Nurin. On me. Oh. Keeve, no! Man, it's so cool looking. It's like, oh, it's hella gross but bad. It reminds me of the Todd McFarlane horror action figures that came out in like the late 90s and the 2000s. I had a bunch of those. They were mostly based on like classic horror movies, but a couple of them were original designs, and they were like, he's the guy who designed a bunch of the Spawn figures back in the day. On me. God. Keeve! Can't be a lightsaber. It's too bright, too painful. The noises, the screams, all too much. I need to stop, to give in. You need to move now. Skier? You are. You're Skier. We haven't time for this, Keeve. I scared them off, whatever they are, but they'll be back. Skier's right. We need to get to the hub, see if we can stop Starlight from drifting into the planet's atmosphere. Avar! I'm fine, Keeve. The Force spared me. If only it could have saved Nur Bakanakara. No! Come on! Oh, it's too bad. Well, at least now I don't have to stumble over his name anymore. Or her name anymore. She's one with the Force. Me. Those creatures are defecting me the same way they are you. I'll hold them back. No! I can't leave you. I won't! This is it, my former Padawan. The reason why the Force blessed me with my condition. But it is also not the end. We will see each other again. Oh, Skier, you better not. Skier. Go. We just lost Torben. We can't lose Skier as well. Come on, man. This is the way it was always meant to be. The Force is with me. Now and forever! Oh, come on, Skier. You better not die right now. Skier's like my favorite High Republic Jedi. Come on. Charging in like a badass Trandoshan. He's only got one arm, but he's still twice the fighting power of a regular Jedi. Outside Starlight, the Ataraxia. Orbelin, this is Gunral Monshi. I have Starlight staff and Republic citizens on board. Please retract the boarding tube. Archivist, can you hear me? Oh, cool, he's a Latero. I hear you, Gunral. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. The station, it's breaking in two. Maybe there's something I can do. Retracting the tube. Activating tractor beams. Beep, 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 beep. Did you hear that? Everything's gonna be all right.
Are you sure? I thought I heard something.
What? Ride the storm! Ah, of course, the Nile show up to make everything worse. Yeah, I should have guessed. Orbelin, the Nile are free. I need you here. Stand by, please. They're not gonna let me. If I can use the Ataraxia's tractor beam to stabilize the beacon superstructure. No. It's too late. That's an amazing panel. Look at this, and you can see the starlight breaking and the reflection of Orbelin's mask. That's so cool. Yeah, this is Scott the Sith. This is fucking breathtaking. Both the level of stakes in the narrative and just the visuals, the art itself is really, really good in this issue. No! What? That was for Velo, you worthless ball of slime. Lorna fucking ducking. Oh, Marcion. Was this you? Have you finally surpassed your father? I could send that accursed station on its way. Deliver the killing blow. One last shot. Orbelin, there are too many of them. I need you beside me. He's not coming. But would you thank me? Or stick a vibro knife in my back at the first opportunity? I think we both know the answer to that. Orbelin, come in! Come in! Ah! Let's see what this bauble of a ship can do. Man, they're just dropping like flies in this issue. Yeah, they're not holding anything back. Jesus. We're almost there. Almost at the hub, or at the edge of Irem's atmosphere? Both. Is that Kiev? Did you guys just, like, forget to draw her face? Like, well, look at this. Who is this? That's not Kiev. That's Slender Man with a mohawk. What's going on here? This issue's really rough, so I needed that levity. Thank you for drawing this ridiculous Kiev face back here. Like, what? How is this place even staying together? The gravitational forces alone. Saber's grace. Oh, Saber's grace. Avar, what is it? Gravitational forces have nothing on the living force. Or those who wield it. Crick. Oh no, what is she seeing? Maru! No! You must get to an escape pod immediately! God damn it. Maru is holding the station together himself. Maru is like the character that I can identify with the most as a High Republic Jedi, because he is this valiant person, he is a Jedi, but he also is such a shut-in and just a homebody, and like, it takes a literal galaxy-spanning disaster for him to actually leave the Starlight Beacon. Like, this was his home almost more than other Jedi. And this absolutely breaks my heart. Is he holding the beacon together? Same as always. The spire has been evacuated. Everyone is safe. Not quite everyone, according to KC. Marshal Tarek and Seret They're still in the healing chamber. Go to them, Keeve. Get them to safety. But Maru will never be able to hold it all on his own. He won't have to. The song of the Force will lift us all. Fuck yeah, Avar. Getting back to her roots. It's like Light of the Jedi. The very first thing that we see is her engaging in, like... I still call it battle meditation, but when she, like, reached out and connected all of the Jedi together. It just, like... we need some of that right now, Avar. We need that right now. The song of the Force will lift us all. I do as Avar says, climbing the stairs to the chamber, even as the spire itself starts to crumble. But I'm not afraid, because like Avar, because of Avar, I can hear the song of every Jedi still alive on the station. Some I know, some I don't. But for just a moment, all of us are one, the power of the Force surging through us, filling us with hope and purpose, with strength. And yet I can't ignore that small voice in the back of my mind, the voice that reminds me that for every Jedi I sense within the song, there are those who are already gone. Man. Who have we got here? We've got Buryaga. We've got Torben. Torben's gone probably by this point. Stellan Gios down there. Maru. But for now, I must concentrate on the living. Oh, you're still here. Thank Criff. Of course, the tricky bit will be getting into an escape pod before that happens. Ah! Jesus! Hear the song, damn it! This panel is insane. This whole issue has been insane. Hear the... Who? We have you, Keeve Trennis. You will not die today. None of us will die. They heard the song. It brought them back. Oh, that's amazing. Sarah and Tarek, we needed them both. Better late than never, right? But is it already too late? Yeah, exactly. It's just hitting the atmosphere. Marshall! The song is broken. The song served its purpose. You must leave. Not without you, Estala. I'll take the strain. You take the escape pod. You always were our shining light. And that light must be protected. Come what may. KC, now! No, KC, don't! The droid's gonna save her. KC, stop! We need to get Maru. May the Force be with you, Marshall. Always! Maru, no! I'm not leaving you! Holy shit. I'll never forget the first time I met Avar Kriss. The day of Starlight's dedication ceremony. How could I? She was glorious. The hero of Hetzal. Damn. I'm just emotionally drained from this experience. Marshal of Starlight. Best of the best. By the light. The beacon. She was everything I longed to be. Everything I thought I wasn't. The beacon is gone, Marshal. Keeve. All those people. Maru. He saved me, Keeve. Said I was... And now I have to step up. Now I have to be strong. Strong enough to find out what happened up there. To find out what those creatures were. Not for Avar and not for Skier. Not even for me. We need to know for the protect. For light. For light and life. Wow. Wow. Never the end. Only a beginning. My God. The High Republic returns this fall with Quest of the Jedi. Damn, how much therapy can I squeeze in between now and then before I have to read the next one? Oh my God. Everybody's dead. Maru went out like an absolute hero. I'm so heartbroken about that. Skier, my favorite High Republic character, is presumably they're all just gone. I mean, no one could have survived what just happened. Torben, buckets of blood. Nura, Orbelin, everyone. Oh, I'm reeling from this. I am reeling from this. I don't even... Quest of the Jedi. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. Kevin Scott, you madman. What have you done? Is it a Skier cliffhanger? Is it a cliffhanger? I mean, unless he somehow got off the station before the whole thing came down, like, it seemed pretty definitive that he would have died from that. You know what I mean? Switching gears, but staying in the High Republic era. Oh, I need I need a minute. That was a lot, you guys. That was a lot. That issue did not hold anything back. And the Nameless, like, the actual creatures looked gorgeous, which is a weird thing to say because they're gross as fuck, but like just visually how colorful and how vibrant they were, it was just awesome. Very, very cool. Jake, hello there. Thanks for joining us. I'm glad that you were able to catch the stream. Star Wars, the High Republic, Eye of the Nile, or Eye of the Storm, excuse me. Eye of the Storm, issue number 2. Or they like to call it Keeping Up with the Rose. The Gaze Electric. Can't think. I am a Jedi. The Force is my ally. I have nothing to fear. Except being naked and chained up, maybe. Why can't I think? I told you, Master Obertuk. You're afraid. Just like so many of your fellow Jedi during the Nile attack on Starlight Beacon. We brought it down, you know. The whole blasted station. No. Starlight Beacon would not fall to the likes of you. You think I'm lying? Tell me, Master Obertuk. Which is more likely? That I made a custom holo just for you? Or that you're watching the end of Chancellor So's great work, with many members of your order on board? No. It's a trick. I won't believe it. Your belief is irrelevant, Master Jedi. Truth is truth. Starlight is gone. Many of your fellow Jedi are dead. Soon, hijacked Corellian cruisers will rain down even more devastation on the wreckage site. I imagine your people will be focused on the how. Where were the gaps in your defenses? What special weapon did I devise to defeat the Jedi? They're wasting their time. They should not have focused on how. There will always be a flaw to exploit, a weakness. It's not the how, it's the who. And the who is Marchion Ro. A little bit of Nile braggadocio going on here. Scene 1, the wreckage, in which a group of powerful people realize the depth of their failure and questions are asked. Cool. This is a good reading order because this is taking place pretty much immediately after the events of High Republic number 15. So, good. Coruscant, capital world of the Galactic Republic. Who is Marchion Ro? He calls himself the Eye of the Nile. He just broadcast a message claiming full responsibility for the destruction of Starlight Beacon and everything else the Nile have done, from the Legacy Run disaster to the attack on the Republic Fair. The Republic and the Jedi have been fighting the Nile for well over a year. Offers of the Chancellor. Why did we not know his name? 'Cause he didn't want you to. It was an unprecedented intelligence failure, Chancellor So. No point in calling it anything else. The Nile have a complicated command structure, and it seems they exploited that to purposefully obscure their ultimate leader. This is probably another lie, Admiral Kuranara. We can't trust anything the Nile say. If Marchion Ro is their leader, if he's not, what difference does it make? The question is not who, the question is how. Just like he said. How did a band of rabble, who was supposed to all be but defeated by Jedi and Republic Defense Coalition forces, I might add, take down the most heavily defended and powerful space station in the Outer Rim? And with Starlight Beacon gone, who will defend the Outer Rim from the Nile? I am the appointed representative for that region. What will I tell my constituents? I presume you will tell them what I would tell them myself, Senator Noor. We are all the Republic. We will not abandon the Outer Rim to the Nile, Starlight Beacon or no. You know, I like Chancellor So. She really does seem like an altruistic head of state for once. Like, we finally get one. Yeah, Holocron, exactly. This entire comic is just Marchion Ro's humble brag. Not that humble, though. It's just a brag. The Jedi will also not abandon their responsibilities. Our duties continue, regardless of circumstance. Thank you, Grandmaster Praetor Veta. I know the Order suffered significant losses when Starlight Beacon fell. We are still determining the scope of those losses, Chancellor. We hope some of those as yet unaccounted for will appear. But even so, it is confirmed that many members of the Order perished. Nib Asek, our fellow council member Stellan Geos. So many. Stellan. Yes. Far too many. I think it is this Marchion Ro. I think he's the one. I think he did it all. Why do you believe so, Chancellor? Listen to what he says, here, at the end of his gloating, disgusting message, the celebration of his latest murder spree. The Nile have proven our power, and we will use that power however we choose. This galaxy is mine. He almost said this galaxy is ours, but he couldn't bring himself to do it. No, he claims this. He owns it. He wants everyone to know he did it, not the Nile. Our true enemy on Ro. Admiral Kronara, you will muster a Republic Defense Coalition fleet and move it to the Outer Rim. Now more than ever, the citizens of those worlds must know we have not abandoned them. Of course, Chancellor. I will see to it immediately. Noro Quo, put all Republic resources toward learning as much as we can about Marchion Ro and bringing him to justice. All measures are authorized. Offer significant rewards for information leading to his capture. I'll offer so many credits even his own family will betray him. And what of the Jedi? My sources tell me you have issued a recall. You are bringing all Jedi back from the outposts and across the galaxy to gather here at your temple. And so much for not abandoning your responsibilities. Is this true? It is true, Chancellor So. But why? I love that she just has these big pets. Like, it really reminds me of Joe Bennett from The Office, to use a really random reference. It's like Joe Bennett with her big dogs in The Office, you know? Totally Yariel Poof with the pizza in the back here. The Nile have a weapon. We do not know its nature, but we know it targets Jedi, and we are uniquely susceptible to it. This is the cause of Loden Greatstorm's death. You think that was not a singular occurrence? That the Nile can do it again? We are sure of it, Chancellor. Members of our order reported other deaths aboard Starlight Beacon. They died the same way Loden did. Until we understand what we are dealing with, until we understand how to fight it, we have brought our people to Coruscant to keep them safe. Things are even worse than I thought. Even the Jedi are afraid. What hope do we mere mortals have? We are not afraid. We are prudent. Rushing to fight an enemy we do not understand, whose capabilities seem uniquely calibrated to neutralize our skills, would be foolish. We do not throw lives away. We will act in due course. But surely you have some idea of what the Nile weapon might be. Emmerich Kafta's investigation... Nice. Trail of Shadows. Shout out. Master Kafta's initial report suggested it's some sort of creature. A nameless, unknown thing. But as far as how many Marchion Ro has, or even where he obtained them, Chancellor So, I am sorry to say, we are in the dark. Targans, yes, they're called Targans, thank you. Scene 2, The Hunt, in which the source of Marchion Ro's weapon against the Jedi is revealed, while its name and nature remain obscured. Nile Cloudship Ikoru, some months ago. Well before the destruction of Starlight Beacon, Marchion Ro used a living weapon known as the Leveler to kill Jedi Master Loden Greatstorm. This was a sort of test, and upon its success, Marchion realized these weapons could be capable of so much more. but he only had one leveler, and there were many Jedi in the galaxy. He knew where to find more, from old knowledge passed down through his family line, but the path would be deadly and dangerous. We travel to a place where no living being has been in a long time. It will kill us if it can. We go to this place to obtain a weapon. With it, we will kill Jedi. Marchion needed help. Nile loyal only to him. But the Eye of the Nile didn't have people like that. He purposefully held himself apart. So he did what he always did when he wanted people to do something for him. He told them a story. My people came from a storm world. Constant turmoil, constant danger. It made us strong, as the storm makes the Nile strong. On that world, from time to time, came a great wind. He made it an epic, made his listeners feel like they were privileged even to hear it. Marchion even changed the tone of his voice, his words. He spoke like he was giving them a saga, like he was a god. They said this wind was like a blade, sharp and quick. It arose without warning and cut through anything in its path. Homes, animals, people. There was no defense. It was called the Shear. He told his chosen ones they were special. Who doesn't want to believe they're special? You 7 warriors are without equal. I have chosen you from among all the Nile to stand at my side, to be with me on this great day. You will be my Shear. But words will only go so far. To truly, you give them all the same suffering, pain for them to survive together. You shall bear my mark. In your name. Damn. I'm digging the lore behind the leveler here, for sure. I also like that Marchion is basically just taking a bunch of scouts and, like, gaslighting them. Marchion brought his people to a world even he was not sure still existed. But it was there, which meant the other stories might be true as well. The Eye of the Nile, as always, came prepared and sent his scout ships on ahead. Again, with just the beautiful color work, the vibrancy of these panels. Gorgeous. He sent his scout ships on ahead. He made sure they believed that they were special, too. We must pierce the veil to reach the surface. I have ordered the strike ships to clear our path. Brace yourselves! Oh, the Nile strike ships, piloted by new recruits eager to show their worth, dove into the veil around the planet. The Ikoru held back. All right, fellas. Fly steady. Ride the storm. Marchion said there's some good stuff down here. The veil was like nothing any of them had ever seen. Not an atmosphere so much as an immune system. The Nile were foreign bodies. Alien. The infection was purged. The veil consumed the strike ships, its energy focused on the first wave of invaders, and the Ikoru took its opportunity. So did Marchion Ro. Go, now! The great cloud ship flew past the smaller Nile vessels. The strike ship pilots called out for aid. The Shi'ar heard them screaming as they died. The Ikoru passed through the veil, exactly as predicted in the stories Marchion's father and grandmother had told him. The veil would let you through, they said, if you paid its price. But once you did, oh, what riches, what treasure, and all of it yours. Damn. So he completely just... Yeah, he's absolutely a cult leader. He completely just, like, used these guys as cannon fodder. Total Bantha Poodoo. And then slipped in as they were, like, I guess offered up as a sacrifice to this crazy storm, this crazy immune system around the planet.
What is this place? I've never seen anything like this. It's beautiful.
The world is alive. Every part of it, from stones to skies. Be wary. As I said, it will defend itself. Is that what happened to those strike ships we had flying escort for us? It was. We'll need to honor them. Like Kassav, their sacrifice will not be forgotten.
No disrespect, but this place freaks me out. You said there was a weapon here, Marchion?
Let's get it and get out. We can't go get it. We have to call it. Oh, okay. He's putting a crystal on a little skull thing. This is all quite Masters of the Universe. Get ready. The planet is likely to react. What's happening? The whole place just went crazy. Did the entire planet just decide to kill us?
Yes. Ah! Don't let it. For the Nile! For your eye! There! Our prize has heard my call. They're coming.
So on this creepy planet, this is where the Nameless are just like sort of lurking? Scott, this is totally... I'm totally getting Galaxy of Fear vibes just from this entire story and from like the concept of the Nameless themselves, you know?
What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to kill these things too? No. They are precious to me. Kill the other beasts. They are irrelevant. But these, for our purposes, they are the most valuable creatures in the galaxy. Get the restraints.
And they're relatively harmless to the Nile because they're not force sensitive. Look at this panel, it's beautiful.
We barely made it out of there.
We barely made it out of there. Most of us didn't. What are these things, Marcion? Why are they so important?
They are called the Nameless. And for anyone who can use the Force, they are terrifying. They make Jedi afraid, then weak, then dead.
I love it. I love how it's like swirling in here and it's just like mist. It's just like... There's another one right there. It's like they're barely like corporeal beings. Like, such a creepy idea.
I will use the Nameless to kill Jedi. Many Jedi.
Oh, you're just gonna show us loading like this? Come on. Come on.
The ones who are left won't be able to act because they don't know how to fight these things. The Jedi rely on their Force to win their battles, but that is what makes them weak against the Nameless.
How did you know about them? I've never heard of anything like this.
Of course not. The Jedi suppressed all knowledge of these creatures. But my family was connected to an attempt to use them once before, long ago. And despite the Jedi's efforts to exterminate us, we survived. We remembered. The Jedi are done. They don't know that yet. But soon, the reality of their situation will be presented to them in the clearest possible terms.
And then what?
And then what?
You picked us to fight for you. Gave us a name. A lot of us just died for you. Maybe that was the idea all along. That's fine. That's the game. That's the Nile. You've got my loyalty, Marcion Rowe. But it would be nice to think there's a plan to all of this, not just escalation. Trying to destroy the Republic, try to bring down the Jedi. The Nile started out as raiders. Why are we going so hard? Why are we doing all of this?
Marcion considered several courses of action. He thought about lying. He thought about killing. But not even for a moment did he contemplate telling the truth. It is possible he didn't even know the true answer to the question this loyal, wounded fool had just asked. It was not about power. It was not about wealth or revenge, though all of those swirled through Marcion Rowe's mind from time to time. The truth was deeper and simpler. If the Eye of the Nile could find a sufficient level of self-awareness to find that truth, and choose to respond honestly, this is what he would say. I am all that matters, and I do not like people who do not matter telling me what to do. Scene 3, the Triumph. Okay, so Marcion Rowe has revealed himself as a libertarian, in which no one tells Marcion Rowe what to do. Alright, he's a sovereign citizen. You cannot pull him over.
No space. The Great Hall of the Nile. Starlight Beacon has fallen, destroyed in a blaze of fire and pain. It had many of the finest people in the Republic aboard. Many Jedi. We did that. The Nile did that. And there's something else. Something I want you to think about, my friends. Our attack on Starlight Beacon couldn't have been a surprise. And soon hijacked cruisers from Corellia will reap even more devastation on those at the wreckage site. The Nile have been raiding, attacking, killing, taking. The entire galaxy knows our name. After the attack on Velo, they had to know we would come for their shining star. Of course we would. And we did. The Republic's best could not save Starlight. Jedi died there, even with all their power. The Republic's warriors, engineers, all their money and resources, all wasted. Chancellor So's great work is ash. Starlight Beacon broadcasted a signal, a tone meant to bring a sense of contentment and safety to all who heard it. Now what do they hear? My voice. The voice of the Eye of the Nile. The voice of Marchion Ro. I was asked a question before Starlight fell. A very simple question. Why? Why all of this, other than to glory in our power and strength? I have always known the answer. Today, my Nile, I share it with you. All we have ever asked for is freedom. To live how we like, while not being beholden to the laws of a galactic government we did not choose. We needed to do two things to achieve that freedom. First, to demonstrate to the Republic and the Jedi that their power is meaningless against the Nile. With the fall of Starlight Beacon, that goal is achieved.
Look at this. He's got cameras on him. This is probably being broadcast across the HoloNet.
Second, we needed a home of our own. A land where everyone can live like us. Where everyone is Nile. A place the Republic could not go. A place free of Jedi. For generations, my family has worked to build the technology to create this sacred space. Recently, with the aid of noble martyrs like Chancey Yarrow and her Gravity's Heart project, we succeeded. This is a storm seed. There are many. They will set us free.
That's quite a rousing speech. That's still going. Hyperspace, en route to the Outer Rim. Republic Defense Coalition.
Storm seeds throughout Nile space. The sectors of the Outer Rim we will claim for our own.
We're nearing the Outer Rim, Captain. The duty assignments have been transmitted to the fleet. The various units will disperse to their deployments once we exit hyperspace.
Thank you, Lieutenant. The Jedi may be running scared, but the RDC won't let its people down.
We are all the Republic, sir.
We certainly are.
In a few moments, the network will activate. Nothing can stop it. And when it does...
Sir, what's happening?
Order to the fleet to drop out of hyperspace. Emergency protocol. Full...
The Republic will understand. The Jedi will know. They are not wanted. They are not welcome. Any ship which tries to use hyperspace to enter our territory without permission will be destroyed. Anyone who comes to our home, anyone who tries to take this region back, will die.
Damn, the Nile are declaring an independent state. This is crazy.
Every ship traveling through hyperspace within the occlusion zone appears to have been lost.
How far does it extend? Where are the borders? Communications from within the Nile zone are failing. Transporters from the RDC's fleet are offline. Everyone is freaking out. Look at this guy down here. Chancellor, from what we can tell, 10 full sectors of the Outer Rim have been sealed away. We don't know how it was done yet, but we've reached out to the Santeca clan to consult. They're sending Kevin Tar. In the meantime, what do you want us to do? What are your orders? Chancellor? This is a rough situation for Lina So.
Scene 4. The end.
In which things end.
So, I think you'll agree with me when I say this. I won. It wasn't easy, either. I think I deserve a little something after all that hard work. Don't you, Master Obertuk? I'm gonna give myself a treat.
No. No. Oh, God.
My favorite thing, Master Jedi, is when someone who believes they are strong realizes they are weak. And the reason is me.
Man, Marchion Ro is like 100% ego, isn't he? Look at this. No, Master Obertuk. What a shitty way to go. He's sadistic. Marchion Ro's sadistic. He just sits there and watches a guy, like, die in a horrible way. Like, oh, God, look at this. And he just watches it like it's TV. Look at that look on his face. He's just like,
Yep, this is the stuff.
that's the stuff right there. End of phase 1. Holy shit. This is a hell of a set of comics today, you guys. High Republic 15 absolutely depressed and broke my heart. Eye of the Storm #2 has just knocked my socks off with Marchion unveiling his plan and like his idea for like a Nile state spanning 10 full sectors of the Outer Rim. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. The High Republic returns this fall with Quest of the Jedi. Seriously, Phase 1, a lot of stuff happened in Phase 1. So much. It really feels like the storytelling era is just jam-packed with content. There's just so much going on in here, you know? I've been looking forward to this one. We're jumping forward a couple hundred years in the timeline to the original trilogy era.
Star Wars, #21, by Charles Soule.
This looks dope. I love that Vader's helmet is like being built out of the wreckage right here. So I'm thinking we're on Tarkin's will. We're trying to rescue Shara Bay, right? She's hiding on the Tarkin's will, and Commander Zara is still gunning for Leia. When last I checked.
Trapped on a Star Destroyer.
While our heroes desperately search for ways to topple the Empire, one of the rebellion's bravest members has infiltrated the Tarkin's will. Infiltrated is a strong word for crashed her fucking X-Wing and, like, just sort of fell out of it into a Jeffries tube. But I'll give her that. I'll give her that credit of infiltration. If the Empire had storm seeds, they might have won. Dude, if the Rebellion had storm seeds, they might have won quicker. Think about it. They deploy storm seeds, and then the Death Star tries to go to hyperspace to arrive at Scarif, and gets caught and destroyed, like in transit. Solve the problem before it starts.
Imperial Star Destroyer Tarkin's Will.
Beautiful. This is damage caused by the original blast of the Death Star.
Encrypted data file transmission complete.
What up, Shara Bay in disguise? Turning some heads. Everyone's like, man, that TK's got some fucked up armor.
Trooper, what is your designation? And what are you doing in the transmission hub?
TK 510, sir. And routine maintenance.
A likely story. You're not a technician. Admit it. You were slacking off. Probably taking a nap.
Sir, no, sir.
Well, I can't prove it, but I don't need it. I don't need to. I've got you all the same.
You do, sir?
I do. Your armor is damaged.
Sir, it must have happened during training.
I don't care, TK510. There is no excuse for slovenliness. None whatsoever. Are you not a soldier in the Emperor's army?
Of course, sir.
Then act like it. I'll be keeping an eye on you, TK510. If I see you in damaged armor again, you'll regret it.
That was a pretty good bluff. Pretty good bluff. Okay, so Shara is in fact moving around the ship and interacting with others. She's just doing it in disguise. It's pretty clever. Oh, look at this. These are some awesome panels right here. Too close, Shara Bay. That was too damn close.
Deep space. The Rebel Alliance fleet.
Look at that gorgeous Nebulon B frigate right there. And a GR-75 and a CR-90. And another GR-75. Just stay strong, Shara. Stay strong. I'm coming to get you. I promise. You're needed in ops, Sergeant Dameron. Is it? Above my pay grade. But based on how Commodore Grek and the rest were acting, yes. I think it's another message from your wife. Shara sent 2 messages, Kess. One's got the latest data she could gather on the location and capabilities of the Imperial Hunter fleet. The other's for you. Personal. We can't keep letting her do this, Leia. Shara's done her duty, and you just said she sent location data. When are we going to rescue her? No one fails to recognize the incredible bravery of your wife, Sergeant Dameron. She is a true hero of the Alliance. We will mount a rescue, but you must know Shara wouldn't want to sacrifice rebel lives unnecessarily. We will get her when we can be sure we will succeed, and when we do, you'll be the one who brings her in. How long do you think she can survive, Senator Mothma? She's a rebel hiding inside an active-duty Star Destroyer. Listen to her message, Sergeant. I'm sure she sent it at great risk to herself. She wanted you to hear it. Honor her wishes. Hey, it's me, look. Honor her wishes. You're talking like she's already dead. Kess, it's me. I'm okay. I miss you so much. I'm still in that hidey hole I set up in the damaged area of the Tarkin's will. Nothing about this situation is great, but I try to find little bits of light where I can. For one thing, it's a stroke of luck that I happened to get marooned on this particular Star Destroyer. Huge chunks of it are cordoned off, and the internal sensors don't work in the damaged zones. I'm like a ghost down here. I found out why they didn't take it in for repairs, too. This ship got caught in the blast when we blew up the Death Star. Everyone on board lost someone at that battle. Everyone. They keep the damage as a sort of memorial. A reminder. I overheard some stormtroopers talking about it, getting all fired up. I wanted to ask them about Alderaan and Jedha and all the civilians killed in their attacks and where their memorial is, and anyway, a lot of ghosts on this ship. Yeah, that's like the psychological element of what she has to endure being on an active duty stormtrooper. Hearing all these like Imperial opinions through the hallways. That'll break you down too. But that's a stroke of luck too. All these ghosts. Because the Imperials never cleared out the bodies from the parts of the ship that got hit. They wanted to leave them where they fell. More inspirational that way. I don't understand these people. Yeah, that straight doesn't make sense. Maybe leave like a stormtrooper helmet on the ground where a body was, but really? You just want a bunch of skeletons in the section of your ship? That's not a good memorial, man. That's like taking it too far. But we know that Zara and her particular cadre of Imperials are absolutely zealots and like extremists. They're fanatics. So maybe they would. I found emergency rations, water, weapons, droid parts, tools, comms, everything I need. It's how I cobbled together enough gear to send that first message, but I can't do that anymore. It's too risky. That's why you're getting a recording instead of us talking live. I took a set of armor off a stormtrooper, and I've been using it to move around the Tarkin's will. Even gave myself a designation, TK510, for Poe's birthday. And yes, Kess, I washed the armor first. You washed it? How did you wash it? Is there running water down here in the damaged section? Well, I did my best. Doesn't smell on the outside. But inside the helmet... Anyway, I'm sure you can imagine. I've been slicing Imperial astromechs to get the intelligence I've been sending to Leia and the other rebels. It's worked out okay, but I know that's really just been luck. People on this ship talk about their commander. This woman, Elian Zara, like she's some kind of unstoppable hunter. Like she can't be beaten. Hard to imagine she won't figure out she's got a stowaway. I'll make a mistake at some point, she'll put it together. Hell, Kess. Maybe she already has.
I have the latest report on your pet project, Commander Zara. Another anomalous transmission, Lieutenant Gore. Unauthorized access to a data hub. Oh, it's a vibroblade. For a second, I thought she had the Darksaber just sitting on the desk. No, a discipline report, fielded by a warrant officer, Kronauer. Apparently, he encountered a stormtrooper who he recorded as, insolent and slovenly. He emphasized the sad state of the trooper's armor. What caught my eye, though, was the trooper's designation, TK510. Now, I've checked the records, and, we don't have a soldier with that designation aboard this Tarkin's will. Quite right, Commander, but it's possible this trooper simply lied about his designation to avoid discipline. Warrant Officer Kronauer is quite young, and the trooper might have assumed she could have got away with it.
Look at this score. This is footage of the battle that took place on our hangar's deck, just after we successfully eradicated the 6th Division of the Rebel fleet. A Rebel Special Missions Group, Starlight Squadron, came looking for them and ended up briefly infiltrating our ship before we sent them running. Starlight brought 6 ships, 4 X-Wings and 2 A-Wings. Only 5 of their ships got away. We destroyed one of the A-Wings and, according to the reports, lost its pilot. But I've questioned that ever since our signal sweepers detected an anomalous transmission from the Tarkin's will not long after the battle. Yes, it could have been an anomaly, but the anomalies are adding up.
You think the rebel pilot is still here?
It's possible, and if so, they've been hiding right under our noses, stealing our supplies and learning our secrets. Probably in the damaged sections of the ship. That's the only place they could effectively hide from our senses.
We may have a rat on our walls, Lieutenant. Get a sweep going. It's time to hunt. I know you and the other rebels are trying to figure out a way to rescue me, Kess, but I think I'm running out of time. I'm gonna have to rescue myself. Oh, is she gonna blast her way out of here? It's pretty clear I'll only get one shot at this. My hiding place is compromised. There's no going back. I have a plan, and either it works, or it doesn't. Is she gonna go out there? Is she gonna, like, try and vacuum seal and just, like, go into space? Dr. Holocron, I could see it. I could see her being a good Zara. I've got a pretty good sense of the rhythms of the Tarkin's will since I've been on board. I've spent a bunch of time on the hangar deck. Figured I might need to steal a ship at some point, and, well, that's where they keep them. I could get access to a TIE fighter pretty easily, but that wouldn't do me much good. They don't have hyperdrives. I need something else. Something that could get me home, back to you. Lambda-class shuttle. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's got to have a transponder on board, though. You'd lead them right back to the fleet. A shuttle. One of the Lambda class. Now, there's no way I could get out of the regular hangar without being caught. But these Star Destroyers have an auxiliary hangar, one they use for ships undergoing maintenance, much less surveillance. I need to get a shuttle transferred from the main hangar to the auxiliary, and in order to do that, I need to get access to a shuttle. Don't let me interrupt your work, sir. Just doing a sweep, as ordered. Look all around. Look around all you want. No rebels here, I promise. And then I need to break it. Nice. I'll wait until they move the shuttle into the maintenance hangar, pull back the circuit I took out, and then I'll steal it. I can jump to light speed the second I'm clear. The whole thing will take about 10 seconds. In fact, by the time you hear this, odds are I'm already on my way. Look out a viewport. You'll probably see me dropping out of hyperspace. I'll have to send my clearance codes to the rebel fleet right away so they don't shoot me down. Wouldn't that be a thing? Go through all this, escape, and then get blown up by an X-Wing on fleet patrol? Wish me luck, babe. I'll see you soon. I don't like it. I don't like it. She's so cocky. She's so confident. She's so gonna die! Ugh! And Poe is already dead, which means she could totally die at any moment. I'm really nervous, guys. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Get it done. Get out and get home. Don't let Poe grow up without a mom. Oh, man. There we go. 10 more seconds. Just 10 more seconds. No, Zara's hunting for you. She's gonna figure it out. Click. What the hell? Come on. My. You must be the most arrogant rebel I've ever met. And that's saying something. I've met Luke Skywalker. Look at her. I love it. I love this spin on the Veer's armor with the red lenses. She looks like she's a Hydra trooper from Captain America, doesn't she? That's amazing. I know everything that happens aboard the Tarkin's will. Do you really think I wouldn't notice a shuttle being scheduled for maintenance out of absolutely nowhere? You're a fool. An overconfident fool, though I'm glad it worked out this way. Better this than you being dragged out of the bowels of my ship kicking and screaming. This is an awesome panel. I love her cutting the... I love her using... first of all, she's cutting the nose off the blaster after referencing Luke Skywalker, and this is exactly what Luke did to Boba. And also the fact that the red lenses are glowing in this silhouette is just awesome. It gives you like a Vader vibe, but on like a different level. This, at least, has some dignity to it. And I'm pleased to meet you, too. Surviving down there for all that time, it couldn't have been easy. I'm impressed, truly. Gah! You're going to tell me about it. No! Oh shit, it went right through her! Shara, no! And so many other things, too. Damn it! No, you're right. Dr. Holocron, you're totally right. She at least survives to Shattered Empire. Okay, thank you, you're right. Alright. That's about long enough, I'd say. Frel, Davin, Azrael, we're Pathfinders. You're the family I found. And Laulo, Mart, Freda, Yvonne, you're Starlight Squadron. You mean the same thing to Shara. We've all fought together, bled together, mourned together. Damn right we have, Kess. I don't have authorization for what I'm about to do. Mon Mothma specifically told me not to do this. But my wife is out there, and I'm going to bring her home. And if she's gone, if she didn't make it, I'm going to kill every blasted Imperial on that Star Destroyer and crash the damn thing into the Emperor's palace. Well, I'll tell you what, Kess. You won't be doing it alone. Very important that the family is with them. Because Star Wars is at its heart a story about found family. And yes, Shara, Kess, and Poe is like an actual genetic family. But Starlight Squadron, the Pathfinders, they are just as real of a family as well. And it's a good thing they're going too, because Shara really needs their help at this time. She definitely needs their help. Wow. Another excellent issue. Another totally... Like, all three of these stories were really good, and I was very worried for Shara. Dr. Holocron pointed out that, yes, she has to survive, because canonically we know that she's in Shattered Empire after 6. But still, that doesn't mean that she's not in for a very rough road. She could get tortured. She could, like, all kinds of terrible things could still happen to her before she gets rescued here. This is totally like when Chris Redfield went rogue in Resident Evil. It's also just like when Rogue One went rogue in Rogue One, you know? Like... specifically told, don't go to Scarif, and then Jin's like, fuck it, who's with me? Because if there's one thing rebels love to do, it's disobey orders to go rescue people. And I can't wait to see how it goes down. I fully expect the Tarkin's will to be destroyed by the end of this. Zara will probably go down with the ship. Which would be great. Actually, that'd be a great metaphor for her, because she's obviously like clinging to the edifice of a decadent past, and she's clinging to the ideals of Tarkin. She loved Tarkin. We know this. He's gone, and she, if ever there was a character that is 100% unwilling to move forward, it is Zara. The fact that she has turned her ship into a mausoleum, the fact that she lives so much in the past and lives in former Imperial glory, Tarkin's glory, I think that she absolutely would go down with the ship and would pass up an opportunity to abandon ship if the ship was in fact going down. We'll see what happens. Set Mayhem, I completely agree. By this point, the rebel leadership should totally know better than to forbid their hotshot pilots from doing anything, because they always go rogue. Also, this is a total Dameron move. Like, we see where Poe Dameron gets it from, why he doesn't obey orders, why he's like, fuck it, I'll do it myself, I gotta make sure this happens, and why he prioritizes saving lives over being a good soldier and following orders, because it's what his dad did. It's what his mom would have done if their roles were reversed. If Cass was on that ship and Shara was on the home one, she'd be leading a renegade mission right now too. Although, to be fair, I think a goddammerin move. I love that. To be fair, if Cass had been the one on the Tarkin's will, I don't think he would have made it as far. He's not quite as stealthy, I think. I think he would have like tried to shoot his way off the ship, and it wouldn't have worked out for him. Shara at least had like the stealth to lay low for a while. Someone loving Tarkin is the most fantasy idea in Star Wars. Hey man, Will Huff's got game. Will Huff can get it. No, in Legends, it was the same way. Grand Admiral Natasi Dalla was in love with Tarkin. She was his protege. And then in a very similar way to what they're doing with Zara, she kind of like emerged in the Imperial remnant and became like quite a formidable political figure, actually. She took out the other factions, but that was kind of like her legitimizing claim to fame, was that I was the protege of Tarkin, and I'm going to get the Empire back on track. And that really seems to be where Zara is coming from as well, and I think that she is our canon amalgamation of Dalla. So if she does survive this arc and then has some sort of a role in the 30-year gap between 6 and 7, we could get a live-action Zara as an on-screen antagonist in a Disney Plus show. How cool would that be? That would be totally cool. I'm all for it. I'm all on board for this story. Charles Soule knows how to write Star Wars. He just knows how to write Star Wars. It's always so good. And I've really enjoyed all 3 of these issues. If you did not, that's all I got for the comic stream today. If you did not catch the beginning of the stream when I read High Republic number 15 and Eye of the Storm number 2, don't worry, you'll be able to catch the replay on YouTube momentarily. I would definitely recommend checking out that replay though, because there were some amazing comics today. Seriously, very, very cool. Zara could appear in Andor. In fact, she could appear in, right now, because she's not dead yet, she could appear in any of the shows. For all we know, she is like buddies with Gideon at this point. Who knows? Maybe she's off with Ray Sloan and Brendel Hux, creating the beginnings of the First Order. We really don't know. But I, for one, Would love to find out. So hopefully we get some more Zara content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed Comics with Katarn today, and I will catch you in the next one. As always, may the Force be with you.